So, Caitlin Clark is the best passer in WNBA history. And you might be saying, oh, what about Slew? What about Sue Bird? No. Elite. Absolutely elite. Not even close. Not even close. But before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for 24,000. If we hit 24.2k, that'd be insane. Our goal was 24k. But Caitlin Clark is by far the best passer. And I said it in a video weeks ago. I made a video. I can't even remember what I titled it. But I was like, this comparison is... I think it was titled like, this comparison is ruining Caitlin Clark. And it was the Caitlin Clark is a female Steph Curry. And my whole thing was... I upload so many videos I can't even search for it. But... my argument for this whole thing was that it doesn't really matter, or like, as long as she's compared to the female Steph Curry, she is going to be seen as lesser than what she is, because she is not as good a shooter as people think she is, but she is a way better passer than people think she is. She can shoot the ball from further out than anyone in the WNBA. She shot a decent percentage in college. She's going to be a good shooter in the WNBA. Her slump that she's going through right now is not going to continue. But she is going through a shooting slump. And if you know anything about like long shots and high degree of difficulty, the higher degree of difficulty the shot is, the easier it is to go through that slump. Like, it's a lot harder for someone to go through a shooting slump on like a Katie Lou on wide open catch and shoots. I don't know how the hell she's going on such a bad slump on wide open catch and shoots. But it's a lot harder for someone to do that than on step back 40 footers. Or even catch and shoot 40 footers. Like, it is hard. It is a lot easier. Because the degree of difficulty changes, which means the less mechanically has to change to start missing. So she's going to go through, probably not this bad again, just because her legs are shot. She's probably going to go through multiple shooting slumps throughout her career. I think she's going to have occasional games where she goes ridiculously hot. I don't think she's ever going to shoot like she did in Iowa. I think as far as her scoring is concerned, her going to the basket is going to be improved. She's going to get more of a floater. She's going to get more of a mid-range game. And you can see it. Like, that's where she's scoring most effectively. She's going to get to the free throw line and shoot nearly 90%. So I think that's what people don't really understand. But she is already the best passer. And I always said it. As soon as people realize she is more Steve Nash than Steph Curry, people will realize, holy crap, she is unbelievable. But like, if you want to look at some of these passes, this pass to Jonquel Jones, she has as good passing vision as anyone right now, in NBA included. As it's a different type of passing. As a lead passer, she has as good passing vision. And you saw today, she had no actual turnovers. The box score gave her a turnover and a hockey assist. As in, she did, in fairness, she threw a bad pass, but the pass got fumbled. It was saved out of bounds by her own team and went to her team and they scored. It was the flukiest hockey assist. I'm pretty sure the person got an assist who saved it. Like, it was she got a damn hockey assist. And they counted it as a turnover. And the other one was a shot clock violation, which is not a turnover on a player. It was a shot clock violation. They prematurely hit the turnover button twice. She didn't have a turnover. The box score will say 2. She actually didn't. They prematurely hit the turnover. But at the same time, the WNBA box score watches are crazy. I'm not going to lie. In her assist record game, there was genuinely an assist that she had where Aaliyah Boston caught it, went 1, 2, turned, 1, 2, spin, fake score, like 2.5 or 3.5 seconds later. So the box scores are just terrible. To be fair, they're counting turnovers that aren't turnovers, and they probably don't count turnovers that are. Either way, watch this pass. Watch this pass. She goes and gets it. Jonquel Jones runs. And a lot of the commentators, the worst part about the commentators go, oh, it's easy when you have someone 6'6" on the floor. Look at what she does. This defender has no idea. I can't. It's not age, is it? Oh, is that in the 2 minutes that Collier played? Or is that Alyssa Thomas? I can't see on the small screen. But there, like in the WNBA, you normally just run back on defense and you're good. Caitlin Clark threw it over the defender, and she doesn't even have to reach up. She just reaches outwards, and the ball just lands in her hands. The ball just lands in her hands for a layup. Like, that easy. It's just that easy. Like, the defenders have no idea what's happening. No one in the history of women's basketball has ever thrown that. Like, she has the vision of an NBA player. And, like, she has good vision compared to men's basketball players. And look, we've always compared, and that's one of the things is, like, you compare Caitlin Clark to NBA players as far as passing is concerned. She is up there with the very best in the NBA right now. Maybe the best as far as passing vision and execution. And you can see Aaliyah Boston's catching them. Like, this pass right here was berserk. Like, if Luka Doncic does that, it's obviously a dunk, but that's Sports Center for a week. If someone else does that, it's Sports Center for a week. And even stuff like this, other players can do this, but it's just the control. It's just the control she has at the speed she's going at. And she's a lot like Steve Nash in the way of she's not physically faster than everybody. She is not one of the faster guards in the league. She's just faster here. Her brain processes outcomes. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's because she played soccer very early. And or when she was a kid and she was really good at it. And that could be it. Playing multiple different sports always does help. It helps no matter what. Different sports, things from different sports will always translate. Whether it is, like when I was a kid, like I was always like broader, but I always had really, really quick feet because I played tennis. Just a lot of things like that. There's a sport called Gaelic football, and basketball and Gaelic football is like two of those sports that like really, really translate. And then even like this right here, it's just when you look at situations in game, and even this Angel Reese pass, by the way, this pass is so much, and I mean so much harder than it looks. It's just the way the pass was. Like, because you can see how she's moving. Like, she's still moving. She takes this kind of sideways jump stop, puts spin on the pass. Like, that's way more impressive. Because in the WNBA, look, the level of the point guards are different. Every other point guard in this league would have jump stopped here, jump stopped, faked, and threw the pass. Not sideways jump stop while still going towards the baseline to draw Brittany Griner, put some spin on the pass to go right into Angel Reese for an easy layup. Like, that right there looks like the most basic play in history. But if you compare her to any WNBA point guard currently, it's just different. It is just different. Again, that is something that like a Sue Bird or a Brian Vandersloot was going to do. But the fact that it's just so routine that it doesn't even look impressive when she does it. And then even this right here. Like, this is such an impressive play for a point guard. Being face guarded by Kelsey Plum, who, again, maybe not the best defender in the world, but she is someone that will just be a pest. Having to create space, getting the ball, and then suddenly turning into a double team. She turned into a double team 94 feet away from the basket, so had to get it to Aaliyah Boston. Fair play to Aaliyah Boston. Really good job turning her back before the halfway line, not getting caught. Earlier on in the year, she would have walked past the halfway line. So got to give Aaliyah Boston credit there. Like, she made sure her feet did not cross half court, so she could go back or forward. Gets it to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, I wish there was a better angle for this. This is not an easy pass to throw. Like, how fast her brain processes to throw the ball at this angle right here to Aaliyah Boston. Like, that is not an easy pass. Like, to make that pass, I know you can't really see a great angle here. But to make this pass into this area, when we can't even see Aaliyah Boston, when Kat Copper is waiting to steal that ball, and getting it in time so that she can get there, go downhill, and the help defender is nowhere even close to her, and they have to foul? Jonquel Jones is just in shock. Like, Jonquel Jones, by the way, she's a Liberty player, a former WNBA MVP, plays with Breanna, plays with Vandersloot. She plays with supposedly with the best passer ever. And even Jonquel Jones is like, damn. Like, this is different. And that's the thing with Caitlin Clark, is her scoring will come. I don't know when it will come, but it'll have to come. Like, it'll be better than it is now. She'll be shooting better percentages. She'll figure it out. She's too smart to not figure it out. And her scoring will come. But right now, it's not about her. For people being like, oh, like she turns the ball over too much. She is a player that is going to try hard passes. It happens. But you saw today, when there are players there that are ready and waiting and are all-star level players that can catch those passes, She's going to be still probably leading the WNBA in turnovers. But I would say she's probably going to average 4 a game. 4. I can see her within 2 years, if she can get a better team around her, averaging 11 assists and 4 turnovers. And like nobody has ever averaged, screw the bubble year, no one has ever averaged near 10 assists a game. And if Caitlin Clark came into the WNBA playing the way she is right now and had that comfortability, like she's figured it all out other than the scoring. She's figured everything out. Her defense is even better. But she's the best passer in WNBA history right now. And maybe in a half-court setting, there are better passers. But you can tell she plays the game with the sharpness of an NBA player. And that is a big difference, is there are players in this league that play with that sharpness. Angel Reese plays with that sharpness. The problem is that the skills aren't currently there. I think if she gets any sort of post move, as I've said plenty of times, she plays with elite level sharpness. She just doesn't have yet the elite level skills to back it up. Or to like turn her into a superstar from an elite role player. She doesn't have the skills yet to be a superstar in the league. That could come in a year or two because what Angel Reese has, the sharpness that she has can't be taught. Aja Wilson has that sharpness. Breanna Steward has that sharpness. Caitlin Clark has that sharpness. I'm not sure there's another player in the WNBA right now. Neko Owumake, maybe. But I'm trying to think. Sabrina doesn't. As great as Sabrina is, she doesn't. Chelsea Gray, prime Chelsea Gray, maybe? Maybe not. And Vandersloot does not. Trying to think of Team USA. Kat Copper, as great as she is, she doesn't. Arike is just, she does Arike things. She'll have, for every game she has like today, she'll shoot 3 of 32. So, yeah, that is just the thing with her, is that the way her brain processes the game is faster than everybody else. She just constantly goes. Her motor is ridiculous, but it's just a constant. She sees where the gaps are. She knows where to go. Anytime she can see a gap to go downhill, she takes it. Anytime she sees a pass that she thinks she can make, she'll throw it. And it's the thing with Caitlin Clark is you surround her with players who can catch her passes and hit shots. She will win you a ring by herself. She might average, like Caitlin Clark might never average 20 points a game in her WNBA career. And she will still probably go down as the greatest guard to ever play, greatest point guard to ever play in the WNBA. I think, barring injury, even if she never gets better than she is right now, even if she never develops mid-range shot, never develops anything, the way Caitlin Clark is right now, through the last 10 games and right now, if she keeps that up for 12 years, she will go down as the greatest point guard of all time and win 3 rings in those 12 years. It's just a pity that she's Christy Sides, her coach right now.